everyone, welcome back to Be Nice Yoga. My name's Krista and we are on day 2 of our 7-day journey through the chakras. So day 2, we're focusing on our sacral chakra. Now our sacral is in our sexual energy center of the body. So we're talking reproductive organs, kind of right below the belly button. This energy center is where our creativity is born. Okay, if you think about as women, we hold the capacity to create life in this area of the body. So if you are not a woman or you're not planning on creating life, it doesn't have to be that straightforward. It can be passion projects. It can be how you cultivate creativity in your workplace, in your life. So when your sacral chakra is out of balance, you may feel a little bit stagnant creatively in your life. You may feel like your passion and that spark that you had flowing through you has gone away. So again, when we're focusing on these energy centers, when we move through them in our yoga practice, we're trying to find some balance. So we're not trying to open them up and be very, very creative and overly sexual and that sort of kind of excessive behavior. We really want to find a balance between being too closed off and stagnant and too open up and excessive, right? So we are going to do a lot of our practice today from seated. So if you want to grab a meditation cushion, that's always a beautiful option. I'm going to recommend that we all have a blanket for underneath our knees as well. We're going to do a little bit of work on the knees, but mostly from seated today. So if you're new to my channel, you may not know that I have animals running around. This here is Brucey, and I'm sure the dog Emma will show up as well. So you're at home, your animals may come into your practice. Let's just invite them in and really let them enjoy this time with us. So let's start our day 2 sacral chakra yoga class in our seated position. Hands resting on the knees, and then just bring the shoulders up towards the ears, drop them down the back. We're gonna close the eyes, please. Take a moment to feel into that grounded energy that we cultivated yesterday in day 1, our root chakra, and feel your sitting bones really root down into the earth. We're present, we're grounded, and we're aware of our physical body as well as the energy centers in the body. So continuing to work with the eyes closed here, I'd like you to pull the image of bright orange into your mind's eye. So when we work with the sacral chakra, we're working with the bright orange energy that comes with it. So if you'd like to incorporate this into your day, if you're really focusing on this energy center, wearing orange clothes, eating orange foods, orange crystals, stuff like that. We're going to spend a few more breaths just tuning into our body, really allowing ourselves to come into this practice. Beautiful. So you're more than welcome to keep your eyes closed and just really tuning into the sound of my voice. We're going to stay seated and start to work into our hips. Okay, so right in that pelvis area where our sacral chakra resides, let's take our body over our right knee. We're going to swoop all the way forward. Let's move nice and slow on this first one, coming up on the left side and then rolling back. You can tuck your chin, tuck your tail, bring the body over the right knee, all the way out in front, feeling into your hips, and then back. Let's do about 3 more of those at your own pace. We've got 2 more here, so you can see I'm moving nice and slow. This really allows us to come into that sensation in our hips. Nice work. Let's switch directions and do 5 in the other direction. So over the left knee, all the way out in front, and then up on the right side. Tuck the chin, tuck the tail. We've got 4 more. Nice, slow, mindful movement into our hips. Noticing what's happening through that energy center of the body. So it doesn't just happen in the front body. Okay, it goes all the way through like a tunnel to our back body. So you're gonna feel this into the low back as well. We've got 1 more here. Beautiful. Next time you come up, let's relax back at center. Nice work. we're going to work into a little bit of twisting. So this is going to bring us up into the upper chakras, but I want us to stay really rooted and feel it more in through our hips. So let's inhale, reach up to the sky. Exhale, find your arms out in cactus arms. We're going to twist ourselves slowly over to the right, and then inhale back to center. And come over to the left, and back to center. We've got a few more like this, feeling our twist, but really honing in on our sacral chakra. Let's do one more over to the left, please. And then inhale back to center, reaching up to the sky. We're gonna exhale into a forward fold. Hands come towards the earth, hello Nova. Really allowing yourself to drop into your low back and your hips. I like to sway the body side to side to drop a little bit deeper, but choose your option here. Nice work, everyone. Let's very slowly roll all the way back up, hands to the knees, and then a few shoulder rolls just to reset here. So we're going to continue to flow through the hips. Okay, I want you to inhale. Keep the hands where they are. I'd like you to tilt forward through the pelvis. We're going to do seated cat-cow. Inhale, pull your chest up and lift. And exhale again, tilting at the tailbone, tuck the chin as well. Let's flow through a few more here. So really, again, honing and cultivating a sensation and an awareness of your sacral. So right down below the belly button. You're going to feel this all the way through the spine. We've got a couple more here. Nice work. Let's inhale ourselves slowly back to center. We're going to twist it out one more time. Inhale the right arm up to the sky, please, and exhale it across to your left knee. This time, walk your left hand back behind you. So as we arrive here in our seated twist, we're inhaling to create length. We're exhaling to twist a bit deeper. So again, you're going to feel this all the way up through the back, but really trying to feel it through the midsection of the body. Nice. Let's take an inhale to float both arms up to the sky, and then exhale, switching sides, left hand to right knee, twisting. So again, if you're not on the same side as me, depending if the camera's nearing itself right now, just do whatever side you didn't do last time. Beautiful. Let's inhale back up to the sky. And exhale the hands down. We're going to do a longer held posture here for a few extra deep breaths. Let's take our feet out in front of us. We're coming into a butterfly pose. I almost forgot what that was called there. Feet together, knees apart. We're coming into the outsides of our hips. We're going to inhale, create length. I'd like you to drop your hands down onto your ankles and just slowly tilt forward through the pelvis, finding your belly and your chest heavy over the feet. If you have the openness through the hips, you may bring your forehead down to your knees. Okay, so I'm just going to turn sideways on the mat here. We're going to all be facing the front of our mat in our butterfly pose. Okay, allowing that length through the spine, feeling this all the way through the back side of the sacral as well as the outside of the hips. A few more breaths here. This one's a great posture to hold for a longer period of time, really allowing that deep release. Beautiful. Let's press into the hands as we inhale, roll back up to seated. I want you to drop your shoulders down your back. Pull your knees together and give yourself such a big hug. Wrapping your arms around your knees and curl your forehead towards them. Let's breathe into our full back body as we release. Beautiful. Inhale, lift up. And then we're just going to exhale, cross the ankles, and then making our way into tabletop position, please. So tabletop position, hands stacked right underneath the shoulders, knees under hips, and we're inviting, first of all, some marauding around. Now get creative here. This is us really honing into that sacral chakra energy by being creative, listening to our bodies, allowing ourselves to be expressive. So it doesn't have to look like me just marauding around, moving the body. Asking your body what you would like. Hey, what does it need? You know. We've got about 2 more breaths here, please. Nice, and then we're gonna come back to center, and what I'd like you to do is just wag your hips to the right, and then back to center and to the left. Let's move side to side here. Okay, really coming into the outside of our hips. Beautiful, let's come back to center. Now we're gonna walk our knees together, and then drop the hips back onto the heels, sitting up nice and tall as we arrive here. What I'd like us to do is start to find a flow. So I want you to make sure your knees are comfortable on a blanket, hands resting beside the hips. We're gonna do a really expressive flow from our knees. Hands beside the hips, let's inhale, reach up to the sky, lift the hips, and press them forward as we open our front body. And on the exhale, we're gonna fold and sweep the arms back behind us. Big, long, deep breath in. Let's reach to the sky, press the hips forward, opening up through the front body. And exhale, slow release, arms sweep back, squeeze the upper back. We've got 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last 2, inhale. So you're moving with your breath, feeling into a little bit of fire through the legs here. Last 1, inhale. And exhale. Let's come back up to sit onto our heels, please. Once again, just feeling into that tall spine. We're gonna breathe here for a few more breaths, just allowing the shoulders to drop. Beautiful work. Let's come into a child's pose. So again, after that little flow, we're gonna drop into a longer hold, taking the knees as wide as your mat toes touch. Now we're sinking the hips back, and then I want us to walk forward. Again, targeting the hips, the belly's nice and heavy. Really invite yourself to take the time you need to drop into this. Oh, it feels so good to be able to just release the chest. Really taking that time. Ground the forehead, please. We've got a few more breaths here, and I want you to focus on the outside of the hips. I want you to feel into your lower body, the backside of the sacral. Last 2 inhales and exhales, please. Nice, so we're gonna keep our knees nice and wide. I'd like you to walk the hands in just halfway. Okay, so it's kind of a hybrid between a tabletop and child's pose. Keep the left hand planted. Feel the knees nice and wide. We're coming into the hips as well. And let's inhale, just open the arm up out beside us. Now, if this is too much for the chest, just simply open the arm halfway. And then hover the hand back down. We're gonna flow. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Let's do 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last 2. Last 1, inhale. This time we're gonna sweep that right arm all the way under the left, coming into a twist. Right cheek comes to the mat, pressing into the left hand. Hold here, twisted child's pose. Beautiful, let's press into the left hand, come back up into our hybrid child's pose tabletop. If you need a little readjustment, if the knees splayed apart too much, let's keep our right hand planted and flow the other way. Inhale, halfway lift the left arm, and exhale, lower. Inhale, exhale. 3 more, inhale, strong supporting arm here. Feeling a little bit of fire happen in the body, I must admit. Getting quite hot in this sweater. Next time we're gonna exhale, thread the needle. So left arm under right, please. Drop your left cheek to the mat. Press into the right hand, twisted child's. Guys, come on. That's enough. Beautiful. Let's press into that right hand, come back up. And then walk yourself forward to table. Reset the knees underneath the hips and take a counter stretch here. So I always love stretching one leg back, tucking the toe and press the heel. Feels so good to release behind the knee. And then switching sides. Nice deep breath here as we come out of that. Beautiful work. Let's come back to table. So we're going to enter this next posture either from tabletop or downward facing, depending on how you're feeling today. I'm going to come from tabletop. We're going to sweep our right foot forward, so help it forward if you need. We're coming into a low lunge. We're going to hold our dragon pose for about 5 deep breaths. So hands frame the front foot, back leg, so the left leg is long behind you, toes are untucked, and we're sinking our hips forward. A long line of energy through the spine here as we breathe into that space. Breathe into our hips. Two more breaths, please. Beautiful. Let's slowly walk back so that we plant our hands and sweep the left or the right leg back behind us. Coming back to table. Before we switch sides, I'd like you to find that swaying motion from side to side. This is going to be our last pose before we come to seated. When you're ready, let's inhale the left leg back and step it through the hands. Again, helping yourself forward if you need. And then we're framing the front foot, sinking the hips down. So coming right into that right hip flexor, outside of the left hip. Okay, long line of energy through the spine, so lifting up through the chest. Two more breaths here, please. This is a pose you kind of love to hate or hate to love. Nice, let's come back. It's always so intense. It's one that can make you sweat for no good reason. So back to our tabletop again, a little bit of marauding around before we come back to seated. When you're ready, cross at the ankles, roll onto the bum, and grab your support. So like I said, I always use my meditation cushion. We're gonna come back to seated, just like we did when we first began our practice together today. So find your seated position, hands on the knees. I want you to notice how you're feeling through your hips. Okay, we did a lot of work through the hips today. Even just sitting cross-legged can be quite intense. So noticing what's happening through that energy center of the body, right below the belly button, all the way across the hips and into the low back. Okay, hopefully maybe a little bit more open if it was feeling closed off. Let's close our practice with some deep breath and mantra. So my intention with this 7-day program is that you can, or the 7-day journey, is that you can really see the progression and use these mantras throughout your day to find balance, both internally and externally. Let's roll the shoulders down the back, sitting up tall, finding that sense of ease through the body, through the face. Let's take a big breath in through the nose, please. Out through the mouth. 2 more like this. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Big breath in. Release. And just taking some time to settle. So now we're feeling grounded through our sitting bones from day 1. We're feeling open and expansive through our sacral, our hips for day 2. Just noticing how you're feeling in the rest of your body. How are you feeling energetically? What's happening in the mind? I'm going to close our practice with a mantra. Before we do this, let's inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky, press the palms. And exhale the hands to prayer. Please at the heart center, bow your head forward if you'd like. So our mantra today, I'm going to say it, and then you're welcome to repeat it back out loud. It always feels really great to actually vocalize the mantra. We're going to do it 3 times. Inhale. Exhale. I am creative. I am passionate. I am love. So go ahead and say it back to yourself out loud. Let's do it again. Big breath in and out. I am creative. I am passionate. I am love. Last time here, inhale. Exhale. I am creative. I am passionate. I am love. We'll close our practice with a namaste prayer. One last big breath in and out. The light in me honors the light in each one of you. Thank you for a beautiful sacral chakra practice today. Sending each one of you many blessings. Namaste.